last time we spoke, we had some. We went over some hub and spoke issues, frankly. In that you were not hub and spoke, you just had a huge number of planes coming from Florida. I've noticed, Gary, that you did cut capacity. It's going to be down 8% rather than 5%. Is that in response to some of the, let's call them mechanical issues? That's the wrong word, I guess. Scheduling issues that you had?
No, not at all. Basically,
okay,
Jim, I would kind of liken the situation kind of to the overall nationwide participation rate. So we're seeing a little bit higher attrition. We're seeing a little bit higher excess of leaves, a little higher attendance, and we just don't have enough staffing to absorb those out of work situations, if you will. So we've got to get our staffing balanced relative to our flight and customer activity, and it feels like we've done that pretty well in the September-October time period. We just want to be a little cautious going in here to the holiday season and make sure we've got that balanced. And we're going to continue to be conservative on that front until things prove otherwise. So our historic staffing models just aren't working right now, so we just need to adjust. And that's why I said in today's earnings release that I was just too aggressive coming into the third quarter. So we want to pull back a little bit. But to be within 8% capacity of where we were in 2019 is pretty darn good. We still have airplanes that aren't flying. We've got 24 airplanes still on the ground. I'm very anxious to get those flying again. And the good news is the demand is there. We just need to get the resources on board so we can grow the airline.
Excellent. Now we've got to switch directions a little bit. You had said at one point that you would put your unvaccinated staff on unpaid leave, and then we understand that you took that back. Why did you take it back, and what is your stand right now on the unvaccinated?
Well, I mean, first of all, we all need to defeat this pandemic. Second, my goal would be to get as many of our people to look out for their safety and their health, get as many people vaccinated as possible. I am for people getting vaccinated. Having said that, I agree with our state governor that doesn't mean that translates into me mandating that employees get vaccinated. So now what we're dealing with is, in essence, an executive order that is a contractual issue. So we're going to do what we have to do to comply with contract terms, but those are evolving. And it's not, I'm not going to fire anybody. You've already heard me say that. And
yes.
Our push is to get as many people vaccinated, and we're showing great progress with that, by the way. We want to encourage people to get vaccinated. We are offering a financial incentive to do that. We're not penalizing people by having them pay, as an example, if they're not vaccinated. So all this is an attempt to encourage people to get vaccinated. If they can't get vaccinated, then we're asking them to seek an accommodation for religious reasons, for medical reasons, and we'll evaluate each one of those. And as long as they're valid, we'll be approving those. And that is in accordance with the contract. We have a big push to get all that done by November the 24th. And I'm very encouraged with the progress that we're making there.
Yeah, Gary, it's David. On that note, I'm just curious because, of course, this is a question that a lot of CEOs are dealing with, given, on the one side, the government's potential requirement and their own employee base. Do you require any vaccines of any other kind of your employees? I don't know, whatever it might be, or no?
No, we don't. And again, I don't think a company should require it of its employees either. I want our employees to get vaccinated for a variety of reasons. But in the end, I believe that that's their choice. I also want us to remain a government contractor. We've been a government contractor for decades.
Right.
That means that we carry military charters, and that's one of our charitable pillars, is supporting the military and supporting military families, as an example. We carry the U.S. Mail. We are a member of the Civil Reserve Air Fleet, which participates in helping refugees from Afghanistan, as an example. So all those things are important, and they're a big customer of ours. So we're going to do our darndest to comply with the contract terms, and at the same time, My top priority is taking care of our people. Last thing I'm going to do is fire somebody because they don't want to get vaccinated. So how we work all the way through this, it's a process. And the White House is directing this, and we're doing our best to comply.